My gosh, welcome. This is amazing. Hey, John, welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd here. We're grateful. Try to usually end this here about your time if you're on at 9, which is my time. Way not 9 in your time. We try to end this about 9:05 and dive over there Tuesdays and Thursdays for you. Believe me, grateful. Yeah, this is awesome. Now that you're on the chat, I can actually say a few things to you. Like, thank you, because Laura, good dawning as well. And grateful, John, because if you don't know, welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh. I channel Archangel Raphael in Saint Germain, and we do so here at this time, Monday through Friday, today being Thursday. John Benny is in the chat. We're going to leave here at 9:05 and dive over to John as well, like we've been doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if John, if you are in the chat there, thank you. You know, when I was in a really dark night of the soul at like 3 a.m., because it's like afternoon your time, videos would pop up, your songs would pop up, and at 2 a.m. when you're like busted out in the dark night of the soul, it was ridiculously helpful. So in that aspect, yeah, thank you. As when you're sitting there at 2 o'clock in the morning and the universe is beating you down and you're beating yourself down and trying to climb back up, and then John's song pops in at 432 hertz, no less. They were blessed. Absolutely blessed, because it was always good timing. It was usually whatever, and not in the dark night anymore, gratefully, but at the time, it was usually exactly what I needed. So welcome, we're grateful you're here. Let's see what we've got in the chat outside of John. We've got Yangtze, Laura. Amelia will be here shortly. She's on chat. Anna will catch the replay. Good dawning. Love and light to my beautiful family. I haven't seen Anna in a minute. And we used to get Suzette here, so if you've heard from Suzette, send her favor as well. Okay, good dawning. It's dark. So grateful when we can say thank you after these waves. Always divine timing. Yes. Ellen, good dawning. And Alan, you like John. John sings. He does 432 original hertz, high frequency, awesome music. And Ellen is our resident karaoke singer. So it's awesome. So welcome. Hope you're having a great dawning and ground into today, Thursday. And yeah, yesterday, good dawning, Rooted Willow readings. Welcome. Hi. Welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. We've been doing cord cutting, and we've been doing, I'll be touching base with Suzette later. Yeah, I've been touching base with her. It's just, I just miss seeing her around. I'm hoping she's doing okay. I know that, just favor. I don't really know anything, but just favor. I know taking care, she's in a caretaking position, and she doesn't get a lot of relief. And being a caretaker 24/7, when you're trying to take care of yourself, especially if you're in anything in some sort of spiritual ascension, can't be easy. Always glitches now, sheesh, but keeping faith. Burn Knoll, do know Jesus. Yes, actually, you know, that's something that's not a negative. It's really, that's the, yeah, I mean, we're Christ consciousness, right? That's that's kind of the goal here is, I mean, I'm not Christ or anything, but as I was raised in mixed religions. My dad's second wife was Roman Catholic, and not having been Roman Catholic until, I'm not that I am, but not having anything to know about the religion, being dragged into Roman Catholicism and watching them worship Jesus, it was always immediate to me. It was, why are you worshiping him instead of why can't you just be like him? I don't know, but that was just always the thought in my mind was instead of, all right, we're going to put user in time out for, okay. So when you pray to Jesus, what have you, it's more of light consciousness. It's the light consciousness of Christ in you. It's that embodiment of the light of source. And yeah, I mean, some say Christ might have even been not of this realm. Can you walk on water? Quite possibly, but you'd have to have some sincere and severe faith to do that. Not sure if that's a troll. I don't know, but I wish I knew a way to get things back once you like put somebody in timeout or something. But either way, I apologize if that's the case. But so we're going to go ahead and do some clearing. Yesterday, I was a caretaker for dad, mom, husband. I understand. Yeah. If I moved to Chicago for any reason, I'd be a caretaker for my dad right now, his girlfriend. And it's kind of symbiotic situation, so I would not interject my energies into it because they're both in a good space. But yeah, my dad pretty much has no frontal lobe, so my girlfriend, or his girlfriend, I should say, takes care of him. Star. And not as stressful for her yet. If it gets stressful, then you may see this channeling at some point, live from Chicago, Illinois. And the same thing happened to Rosie. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do, and I'm near Chicago, really? So is Anna. She's in Chicago. We're near Chicago. My dad's in Buffalo Grove. My father was a Roman Catholic priest before he married my mom. Jewish. Well, I was technically, and I don't practice it, and I'm not any part of any. Mr. Floyd, Josh is stating I'm not part of any organized religion, but yeah, I was born as a, hi daddy, I was born Jewish, but I don't practice any religion, but yes. So just Lake County, all right. Awesome, awesome. Way better in Cook County, to say the least. Not that we're going to compare counties, but if you're living in Chicago, try to move to Lake or McHenry County. You do not want to live in Cook County. You could, but Jew, yes, there you go. Doesn't mean anything. If you want to look at something and say he was born that way and you want to label people that way, you're more welcome to do so. I don't care. You labeled, then you can have a labeled universe if you want. Doesn't matter to me. Checking in from the backwoods of Colorado, where I hope you're having a wonderful day, wrapped in peace, my friend. Awesome. Backwoods of Colorado. We're not in backwoods. We're in the front woods. The backwoods would be just behind my shoulder. All right, so we're going to go ahead and is there a large Jewish population in Lake County? It's actually a large Jewish population in Chicago in general, Skokie specifically, but that's a whole nother story. All right, so we're going to go ahead and kind of bring things down a little bit here after the chat. Nonetheless, here, and grateful we have 13 people here. Hope you're having an awesome Thursday. It's going to be 105-ish degrees here. There's a day, it's 107 to 109 later this week. Or is it early next week? Woof. Whether you are on the solar cycles or the global warming tracks, that's up to you how you want to see the universe. Either way, I've never seen it at 109 degrees. The day I was born in Washington, D.C., at that moment, it was 105. Not at the moment, it was 10:35 at night. It was like 90-something. But it was 105 that day. And at the time, that was the hottest day they had recorded on record. But either way, we're going to go ahead and cut some cords. Today, if you have anything specific, any cords that you want to cut, then we are no religion nationally. We are all eternal. Exactly. Religion is just, it's what you are generally, religion is what you were trained. It's what you were born into, unless you like come to a religion out of your own oomph, your own internal spiritual self. Generally speaking, you're born into the religion. You have no control over it. You have no control whether you believe it or not. It's just shoved down your throat. And it's up to you whether you want to take it as rote or take it or not. If you take it, and that's fine, because that's what you were born into, you don't know any different when you're born into it, then that's cool. If you decide that you see something different and you break out of it, more favor to you, then you just open up to a wider universe. We're not knocking if you are or aren't in religion, but just keep in mind, anybody who's religious, for the most part, didn't do that by choice. I mean, they kept it by choice, but when they were born, and if you're born into a religious family, it's placed on you, in you, like the 0 to 7 programming. So either you have to work your way out of that programming. That's one thing to think about. And how are you programmed religiously? Is your religion better than mine? We could go into 800 different programs that you might receive based on religion as well. And yes, certain religions are even programmed to be anti-Semitic. So it's just where you're programmed, but then there's other religions. It's a mess. Either way. So we're going to go ahead and cut some cords today. Nonetheless, Joshua Ward, a mixture of Native American, Caucasian, African, a specialty of Americas. I like that. Really, when it boils down to it, we're all just 7 degrees shy of Kevin Bacon anyways. If you remember, 7 degrees separated from Kevin. If you break everybody down from 7 degrees, we all come back to 1 anyways. That's really about as far out as we go, is 7 different people. If you loop them around, can find a commonality in some form or fashion, humanically speaking. But either way, we're going to go ahead and cut some cords. So over the past week, we've been cutting cords. Today, we're going to cut anything in our auric field that has been an annoyance. This is going to sound different, but this message, thank you, whoever did that. So we're going to cut whatever we feel is basically annoying or not in line with our universe. And that could be anything. That can be your job, if you're not aligned with your job. That can be any specific thing. Maybe you have a friend that you're not aligned with. Maybe you're just not feeling well in yourself, your old self. Maybe you're still not aligned with some old thoughts, and we're going to work on that and clearing out old patterns that are within us that maybe we're not aligned with as well. So what we're going to do is break down, and again, there's many different ways to cut cords. What we've been doing generally is getting onto the chalkboard of the unit. Hi, Bonnie. Good dawning there. Welcome. We're going to get onto, and for all of you, anybody sent me an email I may not have responded to, or any of your comments there, I will get back to those today. It's not too exciting at the crystal shop at 105 degrees with no foot traffic, so plenty of time. Jeff Goldblum, there we go. But at any rate, so we're going to go ahead and cut some cords. So from our end there, anything that you're holding in your frame, be it part of yourself that you're wanting, an annoyance, a habit that you have, or maybe an annoyance as far as a friend or anything else, but anything that you would want to cut, we're going to go ahead and state to cut from our cords here. So if we recall here, there's two different ways to cut cords. You can cut cords literally by stating, I'm going to cut this cord. And so we put it out to the universe. I'm cutting the cord of, and we just slice the cord physically, well, in our minds, but physically as well. Or you can imagine doing a chalkboard method as well, where we're on a chalkboard, right? So we've got the chalkboard in front of us. And so we're going to write down what we want to cut from our universe. So in this case, if you've got, maybe you're a procrastinator, that's an annoyance to you. It's still part of your auric field. It's still part of your old self, and you're transitioning. And you know, as an ascended being a procrastinator isn't always the best thing. And you're sitting there, you procrastinate, it starts beating you in the head. I need to do this. And then you're spinning down wheels, and you're going into this energy trap because you're procrastinating when you could just get up and do something. Although if you're procrastinating, there's generally a psychological reason behind that, worthiness or something. But nonetheless, so we're going to go ahead, and that's just an example. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment, as we've done. And if you choose to do this or not, that's up to you. If you're watching this in the replay and you want to fast forward to the channeling, that's up to you as well. But from our end, what inside of yourself energetically is what we're asking here. Be it emotionally, energetically, like procrastination, maybe you're lazy. What do you want to get rid of? What are you looking to clear out of your auric field? What are you looking to remove from you? Good dawning, Vivian. Welcome. Good morning. So we're cutting cords right now. We're doing either one of two methods. When we're cutting cords, you can either say, I have been procrastinating. I choose not to be anymore, and I'm cutting the cord from the procrastination that is in my universe, or that I've been projecting. Are you doing? I've been procrastinating. So I'm going to cut those cords. Or you can put it on chalkboard. Things I want to remove or change. So we put it on chalkboard in our minds, of course, unless you have a chalkboard in front of you or a whiteboard. Then we put in procrastination, laziness, gluttony. I'm not gluttonous, but if you eat a lot, maybe, or something. Unhelpful or uncaring, whatever it might be that you want to change. Maybe you're just I'm not as nice as I want to be. And that's fine. Or I allow myself to sit in heavy emotions too long. Cool. Or I carry them out in the public when I know that I can deal with them and kind of step past them. Whatever it is for you. So we're going to write those down and put them on the chalkboard. Or we're going to just say them and cord cut them. Take a moment to do so. From my end, we're going to take procrastination is one of my big ones. So that's why I'm putting that up there. So I am removing procrastination. I'm erasing the word procrastination from the chalkboard. Now, I may procrastinate a little today. Don't get me wrong. It's a pattern. But the idea is energetically, we're sitting to our universe, that energetically, I understand where I'm at. I understand that I can procrastinate, and I understand that I don't want that energy in my auric field anymore. So as a symbol to my auric field, as a symbol to my universe, I'm erasing the word procrastination from the chalkboard. It's up to you when you notice you're procrastinating, because now you brought it to your forefront. If you continue to procrastinate, you may not. You may actually ground that in and no longer procrastinate. But from your end, then, if you do continue to procrastinate, realize you brought that into your field as something that you want to change. Now you have to do the energetic work to make that change, but at least you're becoming more aware. If nothing else, this is bringing you into an awareness of where you want to change so that in your future you can bring that out and make those changes. And your future could be 5 minutes from now, because you may get another moment where you have to do something. If you're at work and you have to do your TPS reports, but you don't want to do them, are you going to procrastinate and hold that energy where you're going to sit all day with the heaviness of having to do those reports at the last minute of your day? Or are you going to do them, get it over with, and have a nice clear day? That's another way you can look at procrastination, for example, if you're looking at energies in your universe as a whole. So we're going to bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain here in a moment, if you've done your clearing, and you can do that while we're getting set up here. I'm a very semi-conscious channeler, more conscious than semi-conscious at this point. I am able to open my eyes at times. If I do it here, you can't see photospheric glasses, but I have been working on opening my eyes while channeling, which is weird from my end, because then it doesn't look like I'm channeling. It feels like I look like I'm just talking, but I'm channeling, but from your end. Eventually, when I'm being told, Saint Germain's like, you're going to get up and walk too, but we don't want you to walk in the park right now. You could get run over by the lawnmower man. So he's already here, so we're going to drop into Saint Germain. There's no need to count down. Sometimes he just drops in, so here we go. Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael are here for you, to channel through Josh. Good dawning and welcome. We did not have to do the countdown because he had already brought him, Saint Germain, in. But if we do the countdown, then Josh centers himself on Saint Germain and grounds his energies. Are you grounding your energies? So for Josh, he's grounding his energies. How are you doing today? Welcome to your Thursday. Your days are weird. Like we said, we do not understand your moon day. We make sense. Your Tuesday, unless you are like a DJ, and it's Tufa Tuesday. We don't understand some of the names that you have given to your universe. Of course, there's goddesses or god names put behind them, of course. But nonetheless, you are made it up. So if you don't like Thursday, you could make it Bob's Day or Fran's Day, but you'd have to all agree. But that's how your universe works. It's all energetics. So we are talking about card cutting, and we are saying you are cutting your procrastination, for example, today. If you are cutting cards, we are not saying you are truly removing that energy from you. You are doing two things. You are making a symbol to your universe that this is no longer who I want to be. You're not really, if you could see more than the 1% of the light spectrum that you are generally viewing in your universe, you're only viewing less than 1% for a reason. Because again, if we are doing card cutting, for example, if you are saying you are procrastinating, you are cutting that card, you would see energies flowing out of you, into you. You would see the card. You say procrastination. I want to cut that card. You would see a line shoot out of you in energetic format, so to speak. The procrastination energies, you would see them form in an energetic form. As you cut them, you would see the card being cut in a theoretic way. You would see the sword as well. Because if you are imagining a light sword, how do you think your universe comes into being? When we tell you you are needing to manifest your universe, and you are sitting there and you are going, I am manifesting my universe, and I see this, and there's the house, and there's the car, or the airplane, if you can hear it above, that I'm going to be flying. You are seeing your other timelines. There's almost no difference between that and when you are cutting a card. You are seeing a timeline where you are no longer a procrastinator, for example. You are merging yourself. You are stating to your universe. And in all of this, everything you see is an energetic dance. The tree, the lawnmower man who is over there mowing the most mowed lawn in all of Longmont. We had missed the lawnmower man today. He had already mowed right in front of the video there. He had already mowed. So you're not going to see the lawnmower man today unless he comes driving by. But nonetheless, from your universe, this is all energetic. So if you are wanting to get rid of being a procrastinator, you are like, I am lazy in my universe and I do not get my stuff done. You are stating that, so you are going to create that. But also, if you're looking to change that and saying, I understand that I am a procrastinator, I'm going to take Josh's glasses off so we can practice with the full-eyed channeling here and there. We're not going to do too much. It is bright outside. And if you have ever stood outside when you are extraordinarily, like you stay up for 3 days, and then you go into a very bright room and your eyes start to physically hurt, like they feel weird. That is what the Josh gets from that. So he's going to put his glasses back on, but we are practicing. You will see, especially when it gets dark, if he is doing a channeling in a darker room, not like a light bulb lit room, it is a lot easier for him to take off his glasses now and do a open eye channeling, where he can almost even, well, it's kind of blurry because he has no glasses on, almost even read the chat. But he cannot read the chat with the glasses off because his eyes are blurry. But nonetheless, so in your universe, it is all about energetics. So if you're looking out into your universe and you're saying that you're a procrastinator and you want to cut that card, you're going to see a card come out. You're going to see energies of procrastination in your universe as well. If you are stating to your universe that you're a procrastinator, then your universe has to turn around and mirror back to you procrastination. It's just that simple. So if you don't want to be a procrastinator, first off, watch what you are stating to your universe. If you find that you are procrastinating, you have tendencies to procrastinate, do you want to claim yourself as that? Or are you wanting to say, oh, I've noticed the energetics of procrastination in my universe. You are not owning anything. If you say I am, that is the largest thing you can do in the universe. What do you want to declare to your universe? By screaming I am, you are declaring whatever you put after that. And you are going to create that, generally speaking, if you are releasing it. If you say something and you let go, you will create that. You realize that, right? That's how creation works. It's your energetics that pull back what you want. So you say, I want a new sports car or a Toyota Tundra. You remember that. So if you want the Toyota Tundra, you put it to the universe, you let go, and you trust that you have a Toyota Tundra. And occasionally, as you see one, you go, no, mine is in blue, not gray. What are you talking about? Or if you see one and you go, yes, that's the most comfortable truck I ever drive or have ever driven. You may never have driven a Toyota Tundra. It's all about energetics. Again, are you a procrastinator? Are you telling your universe that you procrastinate? Are you driving a Toyota Tundra? It's the same difference. Of course, you have to come up with the money for the Toyota Tundra. But again, if you trust your universe. Now, if you are sweeping floors at a 7-Eleven, we are sat, and that does it. Take every job in the universe, keeps the universe going. It's all a big cog. That's an important job. And we are not saying no job is important, but are your funds going to generate a Toyota Tundra from that? Do you then have to step into larger trust energetically that outside of my $15 an hour, there's other ways that monies in universe can provide a Toyota Tundra for me. Just like in my universe, am I a procrastinator? Do I see myself as that? Or are the energies of procrastination in my universe and I would like to clear them out? That's the difference between attaching your trauma body to being something versus, mind you, versus stating that you are. Are you in understanding of that? Watch your language. It's all about your language and energetics and how they flow together. You are stating I am, or this is happening too, or I have created. You could say these things, but do keep in mind what you are attaching to the end of that statement. We are just using procrastination. You could get even deeper than that in darker statements and all kinds of crazy things if you want. But we are just going to keep it on the simple energetics of procrastination. So from your universe then, if you are saying, I am a procrastinator, your universe, in yourself, if you are in touch with your universe, you can see lawnmower man moving to, here he comes, we're going to see the lawnmower man drive by. He's part of the crowd. Here we go. It's the lawnmower man. We missed the lawnmower man. He was too fast. But that is okay. Plus the button is a little blocked by the telephone. But nonetheless, for you, in your universe, if you are saying that you're a procrastinator, are you allowing that to be in your universe? If you are stating I am, then you are going to create the energetics to be a procrastinator. Unless you are very conscious of your universe, an I am statement is what you are creating. It's the absolute in creation to your universe. So you are saying this is the grand, what I see of myself as source because I am, if you are in understanding of that. So for your universe, if you are procrastinating, can you understand the energetics? Ooh, I've been needing to do this. It seems that there has been some procrastination. You're not owning that. You are not claiming that as part of who you are. You are just noting that is an energetic signature that has been created. Big difference in owning your energetics. We want to repeat that. If you are saying that I am a procrastinator, you are owning that fact. You are saying to the universe, the energetics of John, of Millie, Anna, whomever is in the chat, of Josh, is procrastination. I exude that. That's who I am. Other than looking into your field, and this is something you could be doing all along. If you are going to claim anything that you would feel that you would not want in your auric field, we're not going to say being procrastinating is negative or positive. That is for you to decide. And again, we don't want to put a divide or label it. It just is. If you are procrastinating, then you just take longer to do what you need to do. You sit there and you bang it around in your head for a while. You might fight yourself or your own energetics until you get up and finally do what you have set out that you need to do. You may procrastinate about doing your dishes. We're going to use that as your example. So you sit there in your universe and you go, ooh, I need to do my dishes. I am procrastinating. So now you have generally set up an energetic statement to your universe. I know my dishes are there. I am now going to fight my dishes in procrastination. Instead of going, I've noticed my dishes are there and I have not yet washed them. But you're still noticing you are in procrastination, but you're not stating, owning it. You are not claiming that you are procrastinating. Big difference. Because now, if you want to do your dishes, you have to break the fact that you are a procrastinator. If you have just recognized your dishes are there and they have not been washed, then you can get up and go, but they smell, so I'm going to do my dishes. You are just getting up and doing them. If you are, I am a procrastinator, you now have to go against who you say you are. It's probably, could be easy. You're just like, no, I am not. I'm getting up and doing it. But then you might start looking into your universe. Where else do I procrastinate? Is this part of who I really am? You label yourselves all kinds of things energetically and then realize why your universe may not be working out exactly as you want it to work out. Or you label yourself this or that, and then you realize, ooh, why did I make this left turn at Albuquerque? Why is my universe showing me something I no longer wanted, or I don't want in my field? Or how did I end up in this energetic position? Because you went through the label of I am. So you might say, I am a mean person. I said this to you. No, you're not. You said something mean. You are not a mean person. But if you are going to carry that I am a mean person in your auric field, then unless you are very conscious of what you are doing, you're going to create energies that are of a mean person. You might not even do it on purpose, but you are stating to your universe the first I am statement. I am mean. I said something mean. Boom. You are aligning yourself. You have moved your timeline. Are you in understanding here? You're like the stack of cards we had gone through on the channeling one day. Your universe like a stack of cards. You pull out a card. That is the level you are at. You put the ace of diamonds, and you are having an amazing universe. But you pull out the joker, and you are like, what the heck is going on in my universe? Energetically speaking, you choose the card you want to play, just like you are choosing your timeline that you want to be on, based on what you are stating and your I am and how you attach yourself statements. And I think you are an understanding of that. So if you are saying to yourself, I am mean, whatever, you could put anything behind that, but I am mean. I am a mean person. Well, in your universe, then, you have aligned to the mean person timeline immediately. You are asking your universe, okay, prove to me that I am mean. Put me in situations that will allow me to prove to myself that I am mean. Are you in understanding? Because you create your grand universe based on your energetics. So if you are going to say to your universe, I am mean, you have shifted your timeline to have people who are going to drag meanness out. You have a choice now. Keep that in mind. You're also going to realize at some point, hopefully, that you have an energetic choice to take that all back. But you're now creating where people are going to come into your universe, where you have the choice to be mean. You're going to have somebody who might say something that debases you or hits your ego. And if you are going to be mean in a mean space, then you are going to say something nasty back. If you are claiming that you are mean, it is just that simple. If you are not conscious, this is where you, as an active creator, as somebody who's active in their universe, who is awake and aware that you are energetics in force. You are living energetics. Your words aren't words. Move that back a little bit. You can see the boogers up Josh's nose, so to speak. Ha, ha, ha. But from this is energetic. So what you are saying is movement of energies. So we had been talking about that before. Everything is energetics, just like if you are standing at the water cooler and Fran is ticking you off about her talking about our children, as we have been saying before, and you walk away, that is going to be in your field. You are going to sit there, and her energetics now of her being negative Nelly on her children are in your field. You are now spinning and ginning up energies about Fran and her children, negative children. So if you are saying that you are mean, I am mean. I should not have said that. First, you are shooting your universe. You already said it. So you cannot shoot what you shoot means that you are not in alignment with what your timeline was. Are you in understanding of that? If you have a timeline and you said something mean to Fran, you are the water cooler, right? And you say something mean to Fran at work, like, all right, Fran, shut up. I cannot take the fact that you are always debasing your children to me at lunch while we are standing here at the water cooler. I do not want to hear it anymore, and I do not like your negative energies. And you just finally blow up at Fran. That is because you are not sitting you are allowing her energetics to affect you. It's not an energetic dance. If you are sitting there and Fran is blowing into your universe and you are sitting there and saying that I am a mean person, you have the energies that you are a mean person, and Fran is blowing into your universe her negative dissertation about her children as she does on a daily basis, then guess what is going to happen? You're going to marry that with mean. You're the mean person, and you're going to say something mean back to Fran. It is just that simple. If you realize what you are saying to yourselves, the energetics you are looking to create, the timelines that you are placing yourselves on energetically, you will make a big differences in your universe. You will not be sitting there saying that I am anything other than love and peace or abundant, or I am the most helpful, or I am on my highest, most helpful and joyful timeline. If you are saying I am the meanie, or I am broke, or I am not helpful, or I am terrible with, we're going to make this one up, I am terrible with my TPS reports. It's all energetics. Why do you keep wondering why your bosses keep coming back to you saying your TPS report cover sheet needs work, or you are not doing your TPS reports correctly? Of course, you have 5 bosses, so you're getting 5 separate responses on a daily basis. But if you come in and focus on your TPS reports and say, I am the world's greatest writer of TPS reports, and you do it in a focused manner, you don't just breeze through it. You hold that energy. So if you are the greatest writer of TPS reports, you are focused. You are doing it in a great manner. Your handwriting is better than you normally would do. Or your keyboard strokes are faster. You are not using spell check if you are typing your reports. Whatever it is for you, you get the idea. You are marrying the right cover sheet. You are making sure you're dated correctly. Because why? You are the greatest TPS reporter on the planet. So if you are stating that your energetics generally, unless you are not informed with yourself, are going to match that. And that's just what we've been saying all along. If you are a meanie, say you are mean because you said this to Fran, and you are going to be more of a meanie. Now, in this end, you are claiming that. But keep this in mind. You can, but you will get lost. You could get lost in your own sauce here. You can state, I am a meanie to Fran, and I am going to be a meanie to Fran in her universe. And so for that, I am a meanie to Fran. And so for that, because you are a meanie, you can sit down and look into yourself and go, I said I am a meanie. Am I acting in a meanie way? I don't want to be. You could, but you have to be very good with yourself to ground yourself against, to state who you don't want to be, to ground into who you want to be. Are you understanding? So you could say, I am a meanie, but I don't want to be a meanie, so I'm not going to be a meanie. That is hard because you already put out the energetics as the leading statement that I am. So you have to come back and climb yourself out of that, and you have to stay very realized of who and how you are if you are going to be in that energy. We are asking you to do so anyways in your interactions with whomever. But from your end, you have to be very grounded. We aren't going to keep this too much longer because it's 9:05 and we want to go pile over to John, who has already probably left the chat. So we're going to release, we're not going to release transmission, but we are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channel we're about to release, but we are going to state one other thing. In your universe today, when you're going about your universe, watch what your I am statements are. Watch how your energetics bounce off of what you believe about yourself. Watch how you control what your actions through your statements to your universe. Are you I am negative, or I am meanie, or I am procrastinating? If you are going to create that. If you notice that you have said something mean, don't own it as who you are. Ooh, that was a mean statement. I am loving. You can reverse that. And I would like to be more loving in my universe and reach out to that timeline. And then, of course, go make amends for the mean statement. You cannot say that you are going to not be mean if you have not made amends for something that is mean, if it's recent in your universe. If you said a mean statement 5 years ago, no, that's in the past. If you see that person or happen to have communication with them and want to clear it up, that is on you if it has come out that you are no longer wanting to be mean and it is sitting in your outside of your dense trauma body or at the end of it. We are going to end this now, but keep in mind, when you are out there in your universe, watch what you say. If you don't take these things into yourself, if you do something like screw up your TPS report, don't say, I am the Western TPS report. Just say, oops, this one got screwed up. Ha, ha, ha. I will do it better. I am amazing at my TPS reports. Throw it away and do another one. It's on the energetics. Releasing transmission. All right, there we go. So there's still 5 of us left. That's pretty good. All right, so we're going to jump over to John here. And I don't have Millie never jumped in, so and don't have anybody to put it in there. So nonetheless, if you want to go over to John Binney, I don't have the ability to put it in the text chat there. Thank you, especially. You know what we're going to do here? I'm going to do this. Here, watch this. Add as moderator, standard moderator. All right. Yanix, you are now a moderator. If you want to find John Binney's, it's up to you. If you have John Binney's, you want to find it there and throw it in as a link, that would be blessed. If not, that's cool. And I'm going to do one other person as well. Guess what? Bonnie Binsky is now a moderator as well. So you guys are welcome to be moderators since the chat is ever flowing. And I know who's not here will be in the live or in the replay. So there we go. All right, I love you guys. I am grateful. I'm going to dive over to John's there. And there we go. Thank you, John Binney. Thank you, Angela. I didn't see you in the chat. God bless. All right, so we're going to dive over to John Binney's here. And whoever's left, 4 of us, have a blessed, most favorite, and awesome Thursday. Remember, everything in your universe, energetically speaking, if you want to own it and say, I am, then you're going to create that as part of who you are and put it into your auric field. If you say that these are the things that you're noticing, then it gives you a chance to fix it up. I love you. Stay awesome. Kuan Yin is up, and I'll see you guys in the next. See you and John.